Mayong adlaw mga amigo, my name is Moon if you're new to my channel, and as you can see from the title of the video, this is my third video for my series Filipino Booktubers for Filipino Readers. So it's been a few months ever since I have made the last video for the series, so a lot of Filipino Booktubers has sprung up since then. And so yeah, I need to catch up a little bit. So just like what I've mentioned in my last videos for this series is made so that I can bridge the gap between Filipino readers and Filipino booktubers, so here we are. So without further ado, let's start. So I'm just going to use this because there are a lot of Filipino booktubers in this video which I'm going to present. There are about 20 Filipino booktubers, so please listen and subscribe to these people because they are just so amazing. The very first Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Ate Ina from Ina the Mood Reader, and her content is mostly sit-down videos and hauls and wrap-ups, and she mainly focuses on romance books. So if you want a Filipino booktuber who focuses on romance books, you must subscribe to Ate Ina. I'm going to put the link down below. Second Filipino booktuber is Kingreads, and she mainly uses Filipino in all of her videos, and actually she's one of those OG Filipino booktubers. She's one of those booktubers that inspired me to produce my own content, and yes, I love her so much. Her editing is immaculate. I love her intros and outros. It's amazing. And from what I have gathered, she loves Colleen Hoover and she mainly reads young adult books. The third Filipino booktuber is Coley from coleyreads, and she is very adorable. She mainly do like intelligent book talks in her videos. Like, I really feel that if we're going to meet in person, we're going to have really intelligent conversations together, and I just love her so much. She gives a wide array of books in her channel and I appreciate it. And she mainly do sit-down videos such as tags, wrap-ups, and she mainly do also a little bit of reading vlog. The fourth Filipino booktuber is Cherry from cherryactuallyreads, and she is a fairly new Filipino booktuber and I love her videos. There is actually a video of hers in which I really love, and this is the video, or I think there are two videos because she gave like recommendations for books about eating disorders, and I love it a lot because I do believe that in our country we must like have an open conversation with regards to mental health because it's really important, and I just love how she does that in her channel. So if you want a Filipino booktuber that talks about mental health openly, you should subscribe to her. The fifth Filipino booktuber is My Always, and she's actually one of my go-to channels and I love her content a lot. She mainly do reading vlogs and she focuses on suspense and thriller books. The sixth Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Sphinx Reads, and he's also a fairly new booktuber. I adore his content. He mainly do sit-down videos, and I have already seen that he loves Brandon Sanderson, although he reads like classics sometimes, I think, but most of his content focuses on like Brandon Sanderson's books. The seventh Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Charm from Charm in Wonderland, and I always dub her as Ate Ganda because she is very beautiful, like so pretty, like yung artistaheng ganda. And she also uses Filipino in her videos, and she mainly do sit-down videos, and based on my observation, she loves any book actually, but she loves the Shadowhunter books. Like, if you want a Filipino booktuber that loves Cassandra Clare, you should subscribe to her. Eighth Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Ate Vance from Vance Between the Lines, and she is also one of my favorite Filipino booktubers, and she is an all-round supportive ate. She is also very articulate in her videos and she loves classics. All of her content is all about classics. So if you want a Filipino booktuber who loves classics, you should subscribe to her. The ninth Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Infp Bookworm, or otherwise known as Reg. So Reg is actually one of my closest booktube friends, and she is very supportive from the start, and I adore her a lot. I love her content and her taste of books is very immaculate. She mainly do sit-down videos, and from what I have observed, she loves fantasy books, suspense, and thriller. 10th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Book Blossom Clouds, and she is also a fairly new booktuber. I just love her content a lot, and I think one of my favorite content of hers is her book reviews. It's really entertaining, like it's so good. And the genre that she focuses on her channel is a little bit mixed. I think she has told me once that she is still looking for a specific genre to like be her brand. So yeah. 11th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Jaya from Jaya Reads, and her genre is also mixed. She doesn't focus on any kind of genre at all, and her content is also mixed. She does some reading vlogs and she does some sit-down videos such as wrap-ups and hauls. The 12th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Chloe from We Love Chloe, and she's currently fairly inactive as of now, and I love her content. She mainly does sit-down videos, and I think she has done 1 or 2 reading vlogs, and she is absolutely adorable. And she doesn't have a favorite genre as of yet, but based on my observation, she does read a lot of YA. I'm not really sure. So the 13th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Rue from Literate Rue, and she has been fairly inactive for a few months, but she has updated like a few days ago, and I just love her content. She's one of my favorite Filipino booktubers. Her editing is so immaculate, and she spreads like the cottagecore vibe. So if you want a Filipino booktuber with that kind of vibe, I would recommend her to you. The 14th Filipino booktuber is raincy, and he is a new booktuber, like really new, and he is one of the Filipino booktubers with the same taste in aesthetics as I do, because he mainly focuses on academia. I think more on dark academia than light academia, and he also do like some cottagecore stuff. So yeah. The 15th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is Louise from Louise, and he is also one of those OG Filipino booktubers just like Ate Annie, and he mainly do sit-down videos and he mainly reads young adult. The 16th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is She Reads Journals, or otherwise known as theyan, and based on my observation, she rarely talks in her videos. She mainly do like voiceover or like a music background, and she also do some journaling videos. And just like Charm, she loves Shadowhunter books, and she mainly reads young adult. The 17th Filipino booktuber is Paulie from What Paulie Reads, and I just recently discovered her channel actually, and she's very active in the book community. She does sprints and read-along and readathons, and I think she has a readathon for Women's Month, so I'm going to put the link down below if there is. I'm not entirely sure. The 18th Filipino booktuber is Pam from Pam Shenanigans, and she is also a fairly new booktuber, and she is very pro to editing, and she's very articulate in her videos, in which I really love. And she is also fairly early, but I think she mainly focuses on young adult books. The 19th Filipino booktuber which I'm going to recommend is of course the Third World Brickner, one of the OG Filipino booktubers as well. And she's also one of the Filipino booktubers that inspired me to make my content, and I just really love her. Just like Coley, she has a wide array of books in her channel, and she's very chill and articulate in her videos. Like, I envy her for that. And also, she's not that active recently in booktube, but she's very active in Instagram. And the last one is Renee, Alexis, and she is also fairly new to booktube. Her genre is a little bit mixed. I don't think she focuses on a genre as of late, and also her content is also mixed. I think she does sit-down videos and a little bit of reading vlogs. I think. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have opinions, please comment it down below and let's discuss. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Klappat hakten alla Fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn.